We had 7 at some point.
7 at some point.
Yeah. Maybe go really quickly because yeah.
Okay. All right. Zoom screen, web browser. All right, can everybody see the Zotero screen right now? Okay, great. So if you go to the link that I just put in chat, you'll have a web page like this. It's automatically detecting me for Mac, but it has these other options down here too, Windows and Linux as well. So all you really need to do is click the download button and follow the installation instructions. And then you can also get different plugins here. But yeah, the connector will be available for your browser as well. And here is here's the direct link to this page where it's just the connectors. And so you can download it for Safari or Google Chrome or Firefox or the Microsoft browser for any of those. Let me change my view. Here it is. And then once you download Zotero, it's going to look like this. So once you add a source, it will automatically add all the metadata for it in there for you. And I'll give you like a full tutorial on how to do everything. But Zoom is a little bit wonky in the sense that am I recommending that I download this on the phone or computer or both? I think it's only available on the computer. Oh, it's available on the phone now too. Great. Yeah, download it on both if you can. But for this, just download it however it's going to work for you to follow along if you want to. You have access to it on your phone. Great. All right. So let's go back to the slide so I can show you everything without having to switch back and forth between screens. All right. All right. So in the website we just showed you, that's just the easy download there. And then once you download the program, you'll have it in your apps, and then you can drag it to your desktop or wherever it's easy for you to access. But this is basically what it looks like. And you can create folders using this folder button, and you can add different like projects to it, basically. So I just added a project here called like Zotero is cool. And then once you have a folder set up, you can add your sources, any, kind of periodical or like books, journal articles, even websites, podcasts, any of these sources you can add into Zotero. And then when you click on it, you'll see that it should automatically populate the metadata in here. So you have the title, author, an abstract. Right. Oh yeah, James is here. Look, James, I added your podcast to the to the example. All right. So you can see it will add the metadata. If you have to manually edit it in there, you can, but it will automatically add it so it can generate into Microsoft Word or Google Docs for you. Now, in my opinion, the most efficient way to add a source to Zotero is using this wand right here. So there's like a little wand button. And when you click that, you can enter in the DOI, that it stands for Digital Object Identifier, or the ISBN if it's a book, and any of these other ID sources, right? So if you were to go straight to like Google Scholar or something like that, and you open up a journal article, you'll see that they always have right here a DOI number, right? That digital object identifier. And that's just like, libraries have to assign books a certain number so they can keep track of things. This is how we do that digitally. So if you go to Google Scholar or PsycInfo or whatever, wherever you get your sources from, there's always going to be this DOI, even if you have it in a PDF form, right? The publication will have the DOI. So you can copy it straight into here, and then it will automatically add the metadata to it. Same goes for a website. You can, okay, so another way to do it is, that connector we were showing you could download to your browser. What that does is it will add this icon here to the top of your browser. So let's say you want to add an article or a website. If you want to add a blog or something, here we have the PFF website. And then if you were to just to click this icon from your connector, yeah, that's another example. Here's like an article, so it will look like a paper with lines on it, and if it's a website, it will just look the other way. But once you click on it, whatever folder you have opened on your Zotero desktop, it will automatically populate into that folder, right? So you just click a button, it will add it, and it will format all the citations for you. And then, of course, this is for the next one. So, but you can also add like images and notes and all kinds of things to the source that's in there, right? But the nice thing about adding it with the connector or using the DOI method is that what that does is it tells the program, go and look everywhere on the internet for anything that matches this DOI. And now pull all the metadata from that together so it fills out the most information as possible. What that will also do, if there's a PDF associated with the article, it will put it in here, right? So you don't have to worry about, okay, I gotta save the citation here, I gotta download the PDF here. It will store everything right here for you. So whatever metadata is available, it will just grab it. And then if you wanted to organize it for like a systematic review or something like that, you can also just right click. You can highlight as many sources as you want and right click it, and you can export it as one of these other files, right? So I will usually export it as a CSV or something like that. And if you wanted to combine multi-literacies, this isn't like a coding class, right? But if you wanted to, if you're a Python user or something like that, why not organize your stuff in Zotero, organize it in a CSV export, and automate your article management with Python or something like that. Just like an extra. You can choose, yeah. You could also, let's see. You also have RefWorks. If you use EndNote or something else as well, you can export it into that format. And I think I also keep everything in a big text format. You have to head to another meeting, but you'll catch the recording. All right, see you, Betsy. So look, if you were to export it into a CSV, it would organize all this information for you. So when I was a research assistant and I was doing like helping out with like meta-analysis, I used to go and do this stuff by hand. Like we would have this metadata and I would go in the articles and find everything and manually put it in and find the effect size and keep track of that, right? I don't know about effect size, but Zotero will grab like most of the important information to organize it if you needed to do that for any reason. All right, so here's the things that you probably care about most. So once your sources are added to Zotero, you can highlight a few things or everything in your library, and you can just click this option, create bibliography from items. All right, so when you click create bibliography from items, you can choose what citation style language you want to use, right? I use APA, so I have APA 7th edition added here. And so you can add it to a clipboard, so you can copy and paste, or you can add bibliography in the Microsoft Word plugin. But let's say you just did this, right? All right, apparently my stuff is not organized in the way I'm presenting it. All right, let's just show you this, right? So let's say you wanted to just copy and paste the bibliography in APA format, right? If you did that, you can go into Word and then just paste it, and it would already be automatically formatted like this, right? So that saves you the work of having to do that. The other beautiful thing is, once you get the Microsoft Word plugin, let me move this bar out of my way so I can see everything. Yeah, okay. All right, so check this out, right? Once you install the Microsoft Word plugin, you'll have a button on, you'll go to Insert in Microsoft Word, and then you'll go to Zotero, right? And it has this tool in here that says Add Citation or Add Bibliography. So let's say you have chapter 1 here and your dissertation, and you write, lorem ipsum dolor, write a paragraph of text, and you want to put an in-text citation in there. All you got to do is click this Add Edit Citation button. And it will pull up all the citations that you have in your Zotero folder, right? So if you just start typing in a keyword, it will pull it up from the list, and then you can select which one matches, right? So again, James, we're using your example. So I write pod for podcast, and then that interview comes up. Once you click on this, it will add the citation in here, right? So in this case, it's just it will add these in APA format. And then if you were also Yeah, okay, let's go back here. If you were also to select this other option, add edit bibliography, what it will do is for every in-text citation you put throughout your document, it will automatically generate a bibliography for that based on that citation language style and based on the in-text citations you put in. So you click that, and then it will add this to the end of your document. The other thing I would like to note is you see the citations were an APA, but if I were to click a different citation style language like IEEE, and that's where like it will make the number of your citations in order, like citation 1, 2, 3, and then it will number it like in notes, basically, like you will see in most books. Then you can add the same citation, but it will appear in that citation language style, like that. And then if you go to click the generate bibliography button, you'll see that it's changed it, right? So instead of looking like an APA format, it's now ordered citation 1, citation 2 in that order. All right. So that's the general overview. I can show you how to do it in real time, but maybe I'll just stop for a second and ask, um, did, did that generate, how do you get the word extension? Yes, okay, that's a great thing to show you. All right. So let me show you that. All right. All right, everyone can see my Zotero. All right, see some thumbs up, great. Oh yeah, I can just look at my phone too. Okay, you can see it. All right, great. So yes. All right, let me get my wand. Okay, so here at the top toolbar, once you have the app open, um, it will say Zotero, and then you'll have these other options up here. So if you click tools, it says add-ons, and then okay, this is the thing I don't love about Zoom is every time another pop-up comes up, you have to reshare what you're seeing. All right. So once you click the add-ons button, you have these extension options here. So you don't have to go and download something extra. It's already built into Zotero. So you can use the Zotero word for Mac integration, or it will say, PC if you use a Windows computer, or Linux if you use Linux, and obviously, right. So mine's already enabled, so that's why it doesn't show enable over here. But if it wasn't already installed, it would just say enable.
So Jonathan, did you go through the Google Docs one? That would be the extension that you have.
Did I go over which one?
The Google Docs.
The Google Docs. No, I haven't gone over that one. Let's see.
So while Jonathan is figuring that out, oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you have Google Docs open, there's a Zotero button right here. And you can add a citation.
But is that add-on coming up once you have Zotero in Chrome, or how does that work? Or is it already there?
You know, to be honest, I didn't prepare that for this webinar, and it's been a while since I did the Google Docs version. So I did find this article though, so I might have to hmm. It looks like once you add the connector, it will be available. So you have to add the connector for Google Chrome. All right. So let me try to show you some of this in real time. All right, so let's say that you were to go to Google Scholar and I just typed something in. Here's an article. You have two options, right? You could just copy the DOI here. And then come to your Zotero app and click this little wand, paste the DOI, hit enter. Oops. There we go. And see, it automatically added Zotero a product review, right? I could right click this and say generate a bibliography based on it. Click APA, and then you can copy it to your clipboard, and then it will already generate that citation. Let's delete this. And let's go back to that website again. All right. So if you have the plugin, you'll have an icon like this over here, just at the top of your web browser. And if you click on it, it will also automatically add the citation. The caveat is depends on what folder you have open here, right? So if I have dissertation folder open, you know, it's going to automatically add it in somewhere here, right? If I have Zotero is cool folder open, it's going to automatically open it there. Okay, So I'm just going to click this time on the icon, and it says saving to Zotero is cool. It didn't find a PDF, but it found everything else, so it added that. So we'll just add anything that's available here. And then sure enough, we see that citation Zotero is cool. A product review shows up. So you could export those items, or so let's go to the Microsoft Word now. Okay. And see, this is why I put everything in the slides, because with Zoom, every time you share something else, you won't see it unless I stop and reshare. All right. So I'm just going to add a citation right here at the end. And I have this Zotero button up here. So I'm just going to click it. Add edit citation. That's not going to show it. All right. This is actually on the Microsoft Word document. It's just the way Zoom shares, you just see it on top of a black screen. So what you will do is just, it will show it's not going to show it. Okay, there you go. This is like a pop-up screen. It's on a black screen right now, but this is hovering over Microsoft Word document. So if I click that citation and click OK, it added the citation right here in APA format. And then if I go to the end of my document and I go back to the Zotero tool and say add edit bibliography, there we go. Right, it automatically formatted the citation I have in my document. So if you were to add another citation right here, okay, you can see it. There we go. It just added, with a few clicks of the button, this source for self-determination theory, and then it automatically organized it in alphabetical order according to APA format. And so then you can go through and change your whole document and add everything as needed. Now, if you also go here to edit citation,
Jonathan, there's a question then. Does that mean that you have to keep the references in the same document as the body of the paper?
does that mean you have to keep the references in the same document as the body of the paper? Okay, so I'm trying to understand the question. I think you're asking,
Well, some people are just like, putting citations and then having a different document for references. They're saying if we do it that way, it will generate the references at the end of that paper where you're writing.
got it. So the question, if I understand, is what if I just want to keep my bibliography on a separate document? Yeah, okay, great. I understand. So in that case, let me change the screen here so I can see what you're seeing. Okay, great. Okay, great. So in this case, I can just highlight one source, or I'm just going to hit Control A and highlight all of my sources. I'll just right click and say create bibliography from items. Right. And then I'm just going to go copy as clipboard. And you can also do HTML if you want to put it on a website. All right, I copied. Now I'm going to go back to, let me just open a new document. Right, and then I can just paste. So you can keep a list of your references there like that. Or let's say your advisor is like, hey, can I have a citation for this or that? Or, they keep asking you for stuff. You can easily just go copy it from Zotero and email it to them. Was that,
Yeah, it looks like it was helpful. I have a question too, Jonathan, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Can you add the PDFs in Zotero, or is that you have to figure out another sorting system for that? The PDFs of the actual paper, I mean.
You can totally add it. So, all right, let's say, let me pick something. Oops. Okay. So let's say we have a book here and you want to add a PDF of the book. Add attachment. Yeah, so I got a bunch of PDFs right here, right? I keep all the PDFs in another article called articles, but if you want to manually add it in, you can just do that. And then if I click this down arrow, you'll see the PDF is added. And then this is the PDF that was added. So I'm opening it actually in Zotero. And then there are several tools within Zotero to also like highlight things if you wanted to do that, or add notes. So, and then all those edits you make, I don't know why it's not showing the preview here. Usually it will. Let's see. Yeah, it's a sharing thing, but you can add links, you can add notes, you can add text. You can also add like notes and tags to the citation. So I can add well-being there. And then when I want to search for everything that has the tag well-being, that will come up. I'm not supposed to talk about these tools today because that's for the second webinar session of it. But I'll answer anything you ask me. I'm like Ron Burgundy on a teleprompter. All right. So I'm mindful of time. We're getting short on time. So let's go over